I didn't see the line. Okay. Disclaimer. Welcome to Man of the Metaverse. This is Lewis over here. We got Beach Dad. Disclaimer. My Life, My Money LLC has nothing to do with Brandon getting in an accident right now because he is
I'm not.
driving.
I'm not driving. I'm not driving. I'm on the passenger side. I'm just chilling.
Who driving?
Look, my hands right here.
You got who driving?
I have a chauffeur. Let's just say I have a chauffeur.
Oh Lordy, Lord. Well, let's start off, Brandon. Life is short, man.
Life
You,
is short.
you remember we went to a strip club one day in Orangeburg?
I was just telling somebody about that at work.
One guy who went with us, he passed earlier this week.
Dang. What
38
happened?
years old. I don't know the details where he's gone. His funeral is next week.
Are you going?
Yes. As of now, yes.
Dang.
So life is short, man. We gotta
Yeah, you gotta cherish. You gotta cherish the time that you have on this earth because it's not promised. You know, you don't know when your time is up. So
now, Brandon, you sure you ain't driving?
I am not driving.
All right.
Look at my hand.
Do you want to? I wrote down a couple of things. Do you want to get on those things to talk about? We get
Yeah,
our
yeah. I'm gonna let you lead again because I've been working and it's just been a lot of stuff going on. So I thought I was working a lot last week, but this week I'm doing this even more. So
all right.
but go ahead.
I'm doing something different. I'm gonna have Firefox in one window and Google Chrome in the other one. Hopefully Firefox is a little more smoother.
Okay, let's
Now,
hope so.
Brandon, what
Yes.
made the news this week is a something that happened in Atlanta, in Georgia.
Okay, a city I'm
And
familiar with, a
because
city and state.
yes, I think you worked there a couple of times. Now, Brandon,
What's up?
have you seen the video?
I saw you talking about the woman in the park. Was that
Yes.
the woman and man in the park? Yeah, I saw some of the video. I didn't see all of the footage because I think they got the full video out too. But go ahead.
All right. Well, let me just ask you a question.
Yes.
Since you almost 40 years old, I think this incident happened after midnight.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure what time. Okay, after midnight.
What do people do in the park at nighttime, Brandon, in your opinion?
In my opinion, they're reading the Bible. They're studying. No, they're trying to have some sex. That's just straight up.
What else people do? Now, we ain't talking about these people.
They do drugs. Right. The people do
Okay.
drugs.
What else?
I'm not gonna say all illegal activities, but usually if you at the park after hours, after 12 a.m., you're not doing anything productive. Just gonna say that.
I wouldn't say that, Brandon. I've been to the park at nighttime,
Were you
but
sleeping?
but I had a fishing pole in my hand.
Okay, right.
So
That's a good point. Yeah,
I think you can be productive, but for the
you can
most
be
part,
productive.
drugs,
Right.
vandalism,
Sex for sure. Yeah, vandalism.
sex,
Right.
that drinking. Me and Eric used to go to the park and drink. Can you do that?
Yeah, I remember that.
So drinking,
So loitering.
lottery. So a lot of bad things could happen in
Right.
the park.
That's true.
And I spoke about this a lot. Most people don't know ignorance of the law don't what,
Right.
Brandon?
It don't justify. Well, what is it saying? I can't even remember the saying.
Ignorance of the law doesn't excuse you
Excuse.
from
There you
the
go.
law.
Right. Exactly.
You could just
There you
ask
go.
Brittany Griner up there, but
Griner.
she knew the damn law, but I guess she had to pack them bags fast, man. She had to pack them bags fast. So ignorance of the law, excuse you for the law. Now, Brandon, the short video you seen.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. Damn, what happened?
And I'm interested to see what your take is on this, but go ahead.
The short video you see, this thing is slow today. Hold on, Brandon. Share screen. Add the screen. Okay. The short video you seen, I seen a video early this week when it first came out.
Uh-huh.
And that video did not provide the whole perspective, the whole scope of it. Because I felt outraged when I saw the small clip.
Uh-huh.
But once I saw the whole clip, she asked to get arrested twice.
Right.
She asked to get arrested. So let's see, kind of at least find some spots of it. Hold on. And the gentleman handled this situation like a black man on the streets talking to a cop supposed to handle the situations.
Right.
You just want to get your shit and get the hell up
Get
out
the
of there
hell out of there,
alive.
right.
You don't be questioning no cop. What is this?
Right.
They ain't the motherfucking judge. He's a police
Right.
officer. He could be 21 years old. Ain't never experienced nothing. You up here hassling him.
Right.
But let's see Cal play some of it. I just booted this up about 10 minutes ago, Brandon. Tell me, can you hear it?
I can hear it.
He's reading.
Right.
It's good to read. And you saw it, Brandon. Did you hear what the cop said?
I couldn't hear it. He was asking, did he have to sign it, and what did the cop say?
The cop said you could not sign it and go to jail. And under 3 seconds later, this gentleman right here thought about it and fuck
Right.
this read. Let me sign this
Right,
damn
let me
paper.
go ahead and sign it.
You cannot sign it and go to jail. He looked at him.
He said,
Okay,
"I'm
hold
gonna go ahead and sign
on.
it."
Let me get my pen. Hold on. All right, you see, easy.
But can they
He
do
is-
that though? Can they do that? I mean, I know they can do that, but do they have to give you a time limit for you to read something over? You know, because what if you didn't read everything and you sign in something that you don't fully agree with? Like, I should have the right to have some time to look it over, consult with my lawyer, XYZ. What you think about that?
That's you do that in a court. This ain't court.
But I don't know what I'm.
him
What if I don't know what
time.
I'm? Okay.
He gave him reasonable time to read, and the man said, "Do I have to sign this?" Then the cop said,
No, you don't got it.
if you don't sign it, you just go into jail. And so he said, "Fuck the damn reading.
Right.
I'm signing
But-
this piece of paper."
But how did they get here? Because I know they was where they weren't supposed to be. I remember he got out. He was like, are y'all out of town? So I know y'all probably don't know, but this park is closed. Why couldn't they leave then? Why did it turn into something else? It was too. I don't know. It was just like he should have just let them go. But he started a search. Go ahead.
As you know, well, you may not know this, in black communities, how the city get their money is with
you're right.
ticketing the citizens. So he got to meet his quota. He got to get
Right.
this ticket, and this is an easy one. He thought it was an easy damn ticket, but turned out not to be easy.
Right. But go ahead.
All right. That was it. Sign a paper, get your copy, show up in court or whatever on this date. You sign a paper saying you are willing to show up in court to resolve this matter. That's all it was.
Right. Okay, that's all it is. Okay.
Come over here for me, ma'am. Can you come here, ma'am?
All right. I just noticed this.
What?
Now you don't supposed to read body language, but she got a hand on her hip. I don't know what that means.
In the back. Oh, you know what that means. It's
You know.
getting sassy. It's getting sassy. We get about to have a problem.
I can't say it because I can't. I can put my hand up the hip and be flaming. Hey.
Same energy. That's feminine energy.
I just seen this. He gave her one command. She did not respond.
What did
She
he
gave
say?
her, "Can you come over here, please?"
Oh,
She just looked, paused. He said it again. Can you come over here, please? Then she got up.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's continue.
All right, so you're gonna receive a ticket for being in the park after hours. All right, just need to sign right on the X.
But because we're out, didn't you say we were out of time, so we wouldn't have known that?
Yeah, but that's not about the reason why you should be in the park because you're from out of time.
And what's your back number?
7452.
Brandon, did you see
That
something
was a
wrong just
break.
happen?
Yeah, she asked for his badge number.
No. That's normal. But anything else?
No, that's not normal. You don't. If you're not a Caucasian, don't ask for no badge number, or you escalating the situation. In my opinion, I'm not gonna do that.
Anything else? How about if remove her from the scene and replace her with Young Thug? If Young Thug was there, did Young Thug do anything suspicious just now?
I couldn't really see it. So what did she do?
She walked away and went to a car.
Oh, I couldn't really tell. Okay.
She turned away. So
Mid
if I was a
mid
cop,
conversation. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, you can't do that because cops are trained. They don't know what you about to do. They
There
always
you go.
think you're gonna attack them. So
if that
you
was
start
Young
doing that.
Thug, if that person looked like Young Thug, time that person turn around, I have my gun right out. Put your hands up. And then, boy, if you put your hands up quick, pop, 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 pop,
Right.
pop.
That's what I said. That's a lose-lose situation. That's why when you in these situations with police, you don't need to be doing a lot of irrational things, a lot of movements, a lot of turning around. You need to handle it, have a conversation, and end it quickly. You don't need to ask a bunch of questions. Don't follow up. No badge number. You can do that later when you're at home, in the comforts of your home.
You heard the song called "I Ain't Never Scared," right?
Bone Crusher.
When he said, "I'm outside of the club and I'm looking." Then watch this. Then I go to my heavy Chevy and pop the trunk.
Pop the
So
trunk.
the Bone Crusher walked away, went to his car, going to get something. Is this young lady doing the same thing? Did she walk away?
Yeah, she
Going
walked
to
away.
going to get something from the car, and we don't know what it is.
Right.
She may try to pull a Bone Crusher and pop that trunk.
We don't know, but in a cop's mind, it's a black cop, right? But it could have been a white cop, or he could have been thinking something differently. So this is just a learning experience right here that we can take things from and be like, you know what? When we have these encounters with officers, we got to think about these things. You can't just be in your feelings, getting mad, storming off because you don't know what they think. They might think you go get a gun and try to shoot them or something. So
let that be Young Thug. Take away the woman, be Young Thug. How he looking? Oh, he'll have a gun in his face. He went back to that car. Or he may get shot because he may try to pull off. Who knows?
Right.
All right.
Or they think you might try to run.
What's your name?
Officer Brooks.
What's your first name?
I'm not gonna give you my first.
And I don't have to sign this.
You do have to sign it.
No, I don't.
Uh-oh.
But like I explained to him, if you don't sign it, then you're gonna be physically taken to jail.
Gotcha.
So
All right. She asked his name. He gave her his name. She said,
He gave
"Do I
his
have to
last
sign
name?"
this?" He was like, last name. Last name. She asked him, "Do I have to sign this?" He said, "No, you don't. But like I told your partner here, if you don't sign it, you will be physically, I can put the hands on you and take you to jail."
Right.
And she said, "Okay."
Right. And she's all right with that. Why? Just because she feels she's right.
No, I hate to say this, Brandon.
Go ahead.
This is the black. A lot of people don't. Black people are harder on black people.
Why you think?
Because that's the way slavery taught us to be harder on black people.
Yeah.
So she seen this black man, but she didn't see that badge though.
Right.
She just saw another black person.
Black person, yeah.
And
That's a good point.
He gave a sentence of your options. In my opinion, she just overlooked. Oh, I don't need to listen to that. Okay. Then let's see what's going on. Let's see what happens.
you refusing to sign?
What's your name?
Officer Brooks.
He just gave gave his name twice.
Right.
And he verified, are you refusing to sign? She
Right.
didn't say anything. She's on her phone. Brandon, you know how disrespectful you talking to a person they jiggling jangling on their phone?
Right.
Just hit the record button and record the whole thing. Don't be dibbling and dabbling.
Right.
And also, people, when you get a ticket, all that information is on the damn ticket.
Right.
The officer location, they pinpoint it before they get out the car. I believe they call them in. Hey, I'm at so and so. I'm about to do this traffic stop. So
Right.
getting the badge number and the name is kind of irrelevant because
Yeah, it
you
don't matter.
always can get it. You
Right.
always can have it.
Right. It's not
And
like he's
this-
gonna disappear. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And, yeah, ain't like he got on the force with a fake ID. So, but this comes with experience.
yeah.
7452.
What's the badge number?
I gave it to you 2 times,
Okay, I'm asking again.
and I'm not giving you.
Okay.
Are you gonna sign it?
No, because I want your badge number.
Now here we go. People, sometimes the people you hang out with can put you in a bad situation. Brandon.
You're right.
Can't you believe that?
Yep.
Because imagine, is your wife driving you today? Is she in the car right beside you?
Nope. Boy, we'll just say
Okay.
yes. We'll just
Okay,
say yes.
if your wife was right beside you, if you and your wife was out here,
Uh,
and you know what's about to happen, Brandon, what you gonna do?
First of all, I would have been told her, we gotta stop. All right, I'll be like, look, talk to me, officer, because I'm not gonna say this is what a lot of females do, but they take things. They're more passionate and emotional, and they get fired up in a different way than men do. So, you know, men can handle conflict one way, and women handle conflict another way. Especially when women feel like they're being done wrong or being mistreated. And she probably felt that way. I probably would have felt that way if I was dealing with an officer. But I still have to handle things a certain way and go by the protocol. This appointed officer is, you know, dishing out. Like, he has to do his job, and I got to take it. That's just part of being in America.
Now look at the man's face. Can you see it, Brandon?
Yeah, he looks.
He
He
know.
noticed. Yeah, he already
He
knows.
know how it's about to go.
Right.
He should have said, "Nah, she's signing this. You know what she's talking about."
Right. I'll be like, sign the paper. Let's sign the paper. We'll deal with this when we get home. That's all you got to make it home though. And
That's the
you don't
key.
want to go viral. You don't want to go viral.
Maybe you do, because she's filing a lawsuit. You know, this is a sue first. People come up with lawsuits now, so maybe she want to
That's
go
true.
viral. But
I
look
didn't
at
know
him.
that. Yeah, he worried. He know this ain't going good.
He said, "Oh, Jesus Christ, I know what's about to happen." One
Right.
thing, guys, audience, we got 10 people here. One thing, audience, you don't hold court on the streets.
Bingo.
You don't hold court on the streets, and you don't debate the officer on the streets. That's what the courtroom is for.
All right.
Like here's an example. I got pulled over 2017. I was going into a work zone, and the cop was 1 inch behind the work zone line. So it went from 70 to 55 at a snap of the fingers.
Right.
And he clocked me.
And he was right there waiting.
Yes. The cop pulled me over, black guy. Since I had my concealed carry that time, I had to tell him I'm concealed carry. He
Right.
said, just have both of your hands on the steering wheel. He gave me a ticket, and I drove off.
Yeah.
But Brandon, I was pissed.
Right. Did you debate him? Did you trying to give him your side of the story? You know, did you ask for his badge number?
You think I go get shot on 85 outside by myself in the woods? But here's
Right.
what happened. I got that ticket, and I was so pissed, I drove to the police station. And the police guy who pulled me over, he was in the back.
Oh,
he
yeah?
was like, why you didn't make this argument on the streets?
No.
I said, shit, you think I'm crazy?
right.
You think I'm crazy? You can shoot me on
Right.
85?
and then you be the only witness. He be the only witness, and you be dead.
Yeah, and why my dog in the back seat? You know, she gone now, but my dog in the back seat. But you can't hold court on the streets,
Right.
and also authority. It's
No,
weird.
But that's what I'm about to say. Can you win an argument with a cop? No, you cannot. He gonna already think he's right anyway, regardless of what you do. So the more you try to poke at him, the worse you're gonna make the situation. And longer, you're gonna prolong the situation to the point you may be going in handcuffs.
I heard judge on the people court, the Puerto Rican woman,
Maybelline, is that?
Maybelline,
Is that
something
her?
like that.
Okay.
Well, something like that. She said, with police officers, you could beat this in court, but you can't beat this ride. that means they can take you to jail for any damn reason.
Right. If they feel like, you know what, yeah, you need to go to jail. You need to take this ride. Jump in the back.
But
put these handcuffs on.
But take you to jail, you still innocent or guilty. So
Right.
you didn't do nothing yet.
Right.
You only prove yourself in court. So they could take you to jail,
Right.
but you can win later.
Right. And it's a bunch of people that's been detained and taken to jail and end up paralyzed or lost their life in the back of a cop car. So that's something to think about too. Like, you want to take that ride and risk something happening to you just because you couldn't keep your mouth closed? It's not worth it.
I think this week they had a young lady with mental problems. They called the cops. They handcuffed her. They put her in the back seat, drove down the road. Next thing you know, she was falling out the back seat on the damn road, busted her head and died.
Right. I mean, it happens. I think the one guy, they threw him in the back of the paddy wagon, and they hit a bump, and he went flying and ended up being paralyzed. And they didn't find out till hours later after they put him in the cell.
Talking about in Baltimore,
I can't remember. It might have been. It might have been.
And they still talk about that situation now. Now, people may not like what I'm about to say now. Sandra Bland, you heard of her before.
I have.
First thing on this channel, she went to jail, and her folks did not have $500 to get her out. Her people did not have $500 to get her out. So that's rule number one. Here at Men of the Metaverse, guys, we teach you that money gives you options. And since Cedric Bland's family had no money, they did not have an option to get her out of jail.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
The second thing, people about to get mad at me, but this is my life, my murder. And this situation, that the video we watching now, let me click back to it. The video, this young lady right here, the attitude. If you watch Sandra Bland's video, the cops asked her to put the cigarette out, and that set her off.
I don't remember, but go ahead.
That set her off. So she was in the car smoking a cigarette, talking to the cops like that.
They told her to put it out.
And this cop had a short temper. And next thing you know, she's getting drugged out. And this over a traffic stop.
Right.
This supposed to you get a ticket, you sign the ticket, and you leave. But the attitude, they go hate me. They go block this, Brandon, but it's real. But
I don't think so. I don't think so, because it's 2022. Like, how you carry yourself and how you deal with certain situations, it's life and death. And you got to remember that. So if you jump in bed with police and you know how they feel anyway, you're not doing nothing but putting yourself in danger. I'm not saying what they do is right, but you gotta be smart. You gotta play life like it's a game, like it's chess.
You're right. You playing checkers on the streets, and this nigga about to double jump you. You know. All right,
play the clip back. Remember you supposed to say play the clip back, run that clip
hit
back.
the play.
Yeah,
hit the play.
Hit the play.
No, because I want your badge number.
Right now, the guy said, "Damn, he putting the damn booklet up." Oh shit!
Yeah, right. Dang.
Hey, listen, man. She said she's not signing. Put your hands behind your back.
Sir,
Ma'am.
you're hurting me.
Okay. I'm asking you to put your hands behind your back.
Sir.
Put your hands behind your back.
This is resisting arrest, Brandon.
Right. Dang. And you know what? I didn't see the full clip, so now you know it's a little different.
I need you to back
Brandon,
up.
watch this now. People don't want to believe this. Women do have a privilege. If I was a cop and that was you, Brandon, put your hands up like that, I'll punch you dead in your damn face.
Right, it would have been a fight. It would have been a fight.
I'll put you dead in your damn face right there. You know, just to be honest, when you turn around, bang!
Right. And you know, cops had them little gloves on too. But so how do you feel about this situation? I know we're not done with the clip, but from this point on, like what I saw previous, I was on their side and I thought, you know, the cop was doing a lot, but you know, now I get it. Like he told you to sign the paperwork. You want to play the show me what's your badge number game. He tried to give you
she said, no, I'm not signing that paper twice. After she gave the option, you knew the options. She chose rough.
Right, because he told your boyfriend or your husband or whoever, he told her the same thing. He said, look, you sign the paper or you going to be detained. You going to jail. Which one you want to do? He said, oh, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sign it. He told her the same thing. She want to say, no, what's your badge number? I want to ask questions. He tried to do it again. He was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and put this clipboard up. We damn going to jail tonight.
I almost could guarantee you he did not want to do that, man. Who want to do this? Unless you like a insane, violent person. Who want to do this?
Right. But that's the thing. Like police officers are people. Like he could have been having a bad day. Like it could have been on a different day. He wouldn't have did this. He would have probably gave her another chance. But it's a roll of the dice. You don't know what kind of emotions the cop is going to have today. And
another chance, Brandon. How many chances she want? She got 2 of them.
She can get him one more chance. But I'm just saying. I think he figured. He's like, look, I know where this is going. We go ahead and cut to the bullshit because I'm not out here trying to play. I got crime to stop. I'm supposed to be with y'all. You know, trying to get y'all to sign paperwork, and you want to ask for my badge number, my name, and all this stuff. I'm telling you, you can get out of here. All you gotta do is sign a paper.
You're right. If
you in the wrong, you in the wrong.
A cop is in and out. They give you the stuff. Sometimes they write you the ticket. They pull off before you pull off.
Right.
You know,
because they putting their life at risk. He don't want to just be out exposed. You know, and we normally don't defend cops on this channel, but a cop doesn't want to just be out exposed, you know, dealing with people out in the open. He'd rather be in his car riding around where it's a little safer. He's trying to nip this. I think so. He's trying to nip this situation in the bud.
What about you had a robbery in place right now? What about you had a mass shooter at the mall shooting it up? But you out here fussing over the damn signing the ticket.
Right, and they like, and if something happened, your partner gonna be like, or your teammates gonna be like, where were you? I was at the park arguing with these people. I could have been helping you, but I'm at the park playing around. So that's why he's like, you know what? I'm taking you to jail. You costing me a time, so I'm gonna cost you some time. Also, and I think that's what happened. But go ahead.
All right, let's hit the play.
She's not putting her hands behind her back.
I'm asking a question.
Okay.
All I'm doing is
put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind
Mr.
You're
Brooks.
under arrest. Put your hands behind your back. I asked you to sign the ticket.
Body cams are excellent evidence.
I'm asking you a question.
Right. When they on.
I'm gonna ask you again. I'm gonna forcefully put your hands behind your back.
But, sir, Mr. Brooks, is this really necessary? Mr. Brooks.
Hold on. Hey, listen.
She needs to
Wait, pause it. Lewis, pause it real quick. Real quick. If this was you and your significant other, how would you feel? Would you jump in?
That's what them. You see, that's what I'm saying. Women got to be careful. You can't put your man out like this.
Right. Because I'm gonna feel it some type of way. You grabbing up on my wife, I might forget you a cop and try to intervene, and now I got 10 years in prison because I touched or assaulted a police officer.
Or this gonna be like the movie Queen and Slim, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Queen and Slim. it can turn. It can turn
that quick. Right. And that's a perfect example. I forgot about that. Yeah, the same kind of thing. A black, not saying black women are a problem, but in that movie, the lady was asking a little too many questions, being a little too, mouthy, and next thing you know, you're in a situation where a cop is dead.
I could bring God in this situation. God created women and man as the yin and the yang.
Right.
I should be able to influence a woman.
Yeah.
And a woman should be able to influence me.
Right.
So in certain situations, sometimes a woman can provide guidance. In certain situations, sometimes a man can provide guidance.
Yep.
And in this situation, I don't know. This may be a Tinder thing. If they was together, don't be together with people you can't trust or believe they got your best judgment in. But if they was together, he should have said, "Hey, calm down. Let's sign this ticket so we could go to Waffle House and talk about this later on tonight."
Right. Know your partner's strengths and weaknesses. If you know your partner like to get emotional and go off, you got to go ahead and step in and nip it in the bud so it don't get out of control.
Now, I will warn this. I did tell Nicole or any woman who hears this. If two guys are fighting, don't you step in between.
What you mean? As a woman, don't step in? Okay. I'm just trying to figure out.
Because they could be throwing a wow, and you can't get hit.
Right.
You're going to get hurt. Unless you step in between with a knife or something, or a gun, then that'd be something. But I ain't saying
what if two women are fighting? Should a man step in?
Brandon, in these days, you don't know. And I think I did something on our video one day. A guy told me a long time ago, two women was fighting in the bar.
Uh-huh.
He tried to break it up. Next thing you know, somebody thought he was fighting the woman.
Right.
Hit him across the head.
Right.
And next thing he saw was cowboy boots stumping his ass out.
Right.
He was on the ground getting stumped with cowboy boots.
Right. Because you trying to break up the fight. They think you on one side and you beating up a woman. So,
So it's deadly now. It's deadly now. It ain't the 80s no more. It ain't the 70s. It ain't the 60s. This is the 2000s. So you don't know what's going on. So you use your best judgment.
Right.
What you say, Brandon? Will you stop?
Will I stop to what? Help somebody in a fight?
Help somebody.
I said, you gotta wait out. Oh, break up woman fight? Oh no, I first of all, why am I here? Like if I mean like hey, I might do one of those, but I'm not about to get involved in some business that's not mine. Especially if somebody getting jumped, that might be something different. But if it's a one-on-one, I gotta let y'all shoot the one-on-one. I ain't in that. That's not my concern. I got a family to take care of. I can't mess around and get stabbed because I'm trying to break up two women fighting. Especially, you already know when a fight's about to start. A fight just don't break out of nowhere. It's usually arguing, it's back and forth, and then a fight ensues. So I'm not even gonna be sticking around for that. As soon as I see somebody start yelling and arguing, I'm out of there. If it's in McDonald's, I'm about to get out of there. I might go to Chick-fil-A today. They showing out at McDonald's, and next thing you know, you in a viral moment. So I don't want that.
Now, I'm going to kind of spin it off. Did you see the fight in the airport at Sprint? You didn't see the fight in the airport at Sprint? Seems like
in a Sprint store in the airport?
No, Sprint Airport. You know Sprint, the cheap airlines
Spirit?
that charge you for everything. Yeah, Spirit.
Yeah, Spirit. Oh, I might have seen. Did it happen recently? I think I saw a Spirit fight a couple weeks ago with the security guard. Is that the one?
Nah, it's this one right here. This may be a little choppy, but I'll go play. It's a good caveat. You got these little commercials and shit. But Brandon, in this clip was about to come on. I don't know what happened. The airport looks empty, but next thing you know, people fighting in the airport. Here you go.
Suspended an employee who works at DFW Airport, and police are now investigating after an argument with a traveler got out of control. Airport police were not on the scene while that fight was happening. They took a report based on the accounts of the people involved, plus witnesses who reported the video. This apparently started over a problem with seating on a flight. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager joins us now.
Heather, and no one was taken into custody. Both parties involved were interviewed and released at the scene yesterday. So far, no one has been officially
MC.
Hitting the employee in the face. That's when he rushed her. They both fell to the ground. Police say she fell while attempting to run after hitting him, tripping over a chair. Once they got up, the employee puts his hands on the woman.
Okay, they ain't showing Brandon. They are not showing the whole clip. But that woman was repeatedly hitting that man, touching that man before that just happened.
So what? I know that's what I was gonna say. Why would the security guard start attacking a woman for no reason if she just fell? You know what I'm saying? She just was trying to get out of there and fell. She must have been the aggressor.
Well, I think kind of both of them was kind of like
Well, I agree.
acting like that. Let's see, kind of play a better clip, the long clip. Yeah, Firefox is better. The scream on Firefox.
Okay.
Because this is acting crazy. But shit, let's get off that, Brandon, before we lose time.
But is it worth doing all that, like arguing with people and to the point where you starting to fight over a seat? You know what I'm saying? That's what they were fighting over.
Well, you got to remember, a lot of people. Okay, watch this. It's a theory. If you hold your child and love your child between the ages 2 and 6, as your child becomes an adult, they are better to handle emotional experience or conflict as they get adults. Yeah. So when you don't hold and love your child as a little baby, they can't deal with those issues now. For example, when you let everybody watch your kids, you at work all the time, don't have time to spend with your kids, hugging your kids. Your kids don't feel that love. And 20 years to go by, that love will turn to I'm fighting everybody who messes with me.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, and that's not a theory. That's not my theory.
How can you overcome? Yeah, but how can
that's
you
not my theory?
That's scientific. That's scientific facts. Yeah, they've done research and they just know you need that kind of love and affection and attachment as a human being. And if you don't have that, you'll be searching for it, whether you know it or not. And have an outburst from that.
You was about to say, how can we overcome that?
Yeah. Can you?
As in what party? The child or the parent?
Like when you get older, can you deal with conflict a different way? Like, because just say if you always fighting or you argue and you don't know how to handle conflict because you wasn't loved like you were supposed to be when you was a child. What's some ways that you think that you can overcome that? If you can at all. You
need to seek professional help to overcome that. Right. So, and I can't tell you what to do, but because I'm not qualified, you guys see professional help to overcome your childhood traumas.
And when you say professional help, you mean like just people making YouTube reels and videos like that? Just, how they try to give you advice, or do I need to go see a real doctor? You need to go see somebody who's certified in your state. Right.
These YouTube videos are horrible, man. Are horrible. They are horrible. Don't take most of this advice about different relationships and the
person be single. Don't even be in a relationship. It's just game. People like to pander to people. They like to make content that people want to see. Like, it sound good. That's pimp shit. They be saying stuff that sound good, that sound fly, but it's not gonna help you. It's not accurate most of the time too.
Yeah, you right. I was about to say something, but you can argue on both sides, so I'm not going to even say it. But yeah,
Well, now go ahead. What?
like Kevin Samuels, he made advice
I
about
was
getting
gonna say
married, but
Uh-huh.
he was divorced twice. But at the
Right.
same time, people learn from their mistakes. So he may be
And also,
qualified to give the advice. I don't know.
also he looks at data when he's making his statements. Like, it's one thing to give advice as a married person, but if you're also looking at statistics and judging it by that and telling people like, look, this is your chances based on numbers, that makes a lot of sense too. So that's okay.
It does. I usually, anything that comes out my mouth is usually something that data says, or somebody with the certification or qualifications who took the study. I'm just
Right.
repeating it.
Right,
So,
right.
occasionally I say stuff what I believe. Sometimes I'll pull things together and make a projection,
Yeah.
but I'm looking at data.
Or based on life experiences that you went through and, you know, your own personal data.
Now, Brandon, let's talk about one of your best, the guy you voted for.
How you know I voted for Joe Biden?
Because you got the button. You used to wear the button on the shirt.
No, I ain't want no button on it. But I did vote for Biden, and I feel like, you know, that was a
I did
mistake.
too.
That was a mistake. Being honest, you know. But go ahead.
All right, this week I think they passed a inflation act, which is the dumbest name in the world. You talking about inflation, but you buying green energy and stuff and electric cars. So what that got to do with inflation? But
Right.
Inflation Act, and in this bill, I believe he put some money out for the PPP people.
Right. I saw that.
So he's going off of the PPP scammers and frauds. Now, Brandon, I know you on these streets in YouTube. Who you think who's likely to go get caught up with this PPP fraud?
Black people.
Why you say that?
It's just because we're an easy target, and we probably forged a lot of information on our paperwork, and they're coming after us. They're not going to go after big businesses that were doing it. I don't think. They may get one or two just to try to make it seem a little balanced, but
no, they're gonna have that. They're gonna have their paper. They're gonna have their paperwork.
Well, they're gonna have their paperwork correct, but you know, they can still. Now, go ahead.
Also, he's going off people with ELDAL loans.
Which one is that? That's the EDD
yeah.
thing? Yeah. Okay, I got you.
He going off. Did you know I took one of those?
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So, well, go ahead. Go ahead.
But you know the difference between me. See, I took one legitimately. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
Hold on, let me pop you back up. Now watch this, Brandon. This is from last year, 2020. Now, I read the paperwork, and you only can use these loans on certain things, right? And this is from my bank account. This is 2 years. This 2 years and 2 weeks ago. Brandon, can you read what's highlighted?
It says, what's that? SBA loan payment to fix rental mortgage.
See, what people didn't know, you took that loan. It was supposed to go to fix set payments. You know,
right?
Fixed set payment. It wasn't supposed to go to, oh, I need a new phone or something.
Right,
I need to do this. Right. So you had to document all this stuff, and you got to keep it for like 10 years. No, actually, excuse me.
Yeah, I think it was what?
You got to keep it for 30 years.
That's what I'm about to say. I think it's longer than that, and they can just access. They can ask you for all your records if they wanted to. So
correct. And watch this. To get approved for this loan, Brandon. Did you know what I had to do? I had to give them my tax returns for the past 2 years.
Really? So everybody had to do that? Everybody had to do that to get the loan?
Unless if you took the loan, you had to give them some proof of you had a rental property, business, or something.
Oh, wow. And a lot of people got that loan. I know a lot of people don't have no rental properties. So.
You know, or you could a 1099, or you could be like an Uber driver and you have a fixed loan on your car. You could have used that for that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
But I got to keep these stuff for 10, 30 years.
Right.
So I'm 38. So let's say when I'm 68,
They can still be asking for it.
I can finally get rid of this. But the difference between me and everybody else,
So you're not
I
sweating?
no, I'm not sweating because I got my documentation, and I started to pay back the loan on day one.
Oh yeah, okay.
Not with the minimum payment, not with the $12 a month. You know, so I said we can at least bump it up to 50. So yeah, no, but I'm paying it back. But
Most people not doing that. Most people not doing that for sure.
And who got the paperwork? Who gonna have the paperwork?
Nobody. Most people not.
Look,
They
here's
not.
another one. Here's another one.
And lock them up,
As
Joe.
July the 1st, fixed payment, SBA loan to fix rental mortgage. You see, and lock them up, Joe. If you don't got that paperwork, baby,
Right.
look you don't got that paperwork. And it's simple, Brandon. It's simple paperwork, man.
So
It's
what,
simple paperwork.
let me ask you a question. Was this a setup like how the switches are set up? Is all this stuff set up for us? Because it's like they make it where they're not gonna check now. They're gonna set you up for the back end. They're gonna catch your ass like that. I just don't know. Go ahead.
I think they rushed it so fast. This was during the Trump administration. They rushed it so fast, and they didn't put no safety brakes on. It was just wild west. Anybody
right.
could get it. No checking. Well, you could check, but did they really check, Brady? Did they
No,
really look at my taxes?
No, they didn't. They did not. They was
They just
approving
wanted a
everything
proof.
coming in. Right.
Yeah. They just wanted a proof of I did it. But
Right.
watch this. This is where they go get you. Now, 10 years later, they go look at the stuff you submitted. If it's fake, that's when they go get you.
Right. So let me ask you, is that a federal crime where you falsifying documents like that?
Brandon, you took
Or
this
is
is
that on the-
federal tax money you use it.
That's
Yeah,
what
it's
I'm saying.
federal crime.
This ain't no state, this ain't no city crime that you're doing. You ain't doing like, local stuff. This is on a federal level. So
No,
if you-
no, this ain't tax evasion. This ain't I messed up on my taxes. No,
right,
you stealing.
right.
You truly stealing.
Right. So, it might not feel that way, but if you done this, you need to be reaching out immediately and trying to work out something or trying to find a lawyer and trying to see what you can do. You need to come forward now.
Reach out to who? No, you better reach out to God and pray to God they'll pull your name up. That's who you need to reach out to. Reach out to who? You think I'm gonna tell? You think I'm gonna snitch on my own self?
They already got you. They got you.
Nah, I know they don't,
I'll
not
be like,
necessarily. Not necessarily. But they
okay, you right. I
Only
guess
way they
you're
gonna
right.
get you, they gotta pull. This is what they're gonna have to do. Federal government don't listen. They got to make a software that scans for inefficiencies.
Yeah.
You know, they need to get the IRS software over there to the Small Business Administration. if they put that in there, oh, you gone, baby. You gone. You are gone. That's the only way that they'll get you. Because now I think they probably do it by hand. I don't know what they got, but I bet they don't got the RS software.
I don't know. I think
to flag your ass. You know?
I don't know, but they got a special task force now. They done allocated money to the side for this to catch people who have defrauded the federal government. So if that's you need to think about that.
In the words of Charleston White. I ain't gonna say no. I ain't saying that. I ain't put that on people because shit, they may come out for me. I got to show all my documents, so I ain't
right.
And let me make one slip up.
But let's transition into that. Charleston White, how do you feel about Charleston White and what he says? Because he's going against the rap community and trying to stand against some of that violence, some of that gang stuff. He has a different approach than that's normal. that we're used to. So do you like what Charleston White is doing?
I like Charleston White, and you know what's messed up about it?
What?
I ain't never heard him say anything wrong yet.
I haven't heard him say
anything wrong.
Right. He makes a lot of sense about what he's saying, you know, and like I said, he was talking about King Von and disrespecting him, but he was saying, look, y'all, when it was the foot was on the other shoe, y'all was cool with it. But now when he's dead, everybody has a problem with it. Like somebody's family was affected by things he was alleged to do, you know, King Von did. It can't be okay one side and not the other. So you can't pick and choose who you like and who you want to defend. Right is right and wrong is wrong.
I heard one song about King Von, but tell me this, Brandon. He's from Chicago, right?
Right.
He makes drill music about shooting and killing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He was shot to death, right?
Yeah.
So why you can't speak on shooting each other? That's what you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Get mad at Jesus.
There you go.
That's what Jesus said.
Right. Right. But people don't want people that they like to die and get killed. They just want them to continue living and portraying that image and have your kids, you know, dying in the street, not the people that they like. And that's what he's fighting against. Charleston White's trying to speak up against some of that gang stuff and some of that violence that the rappers are pushing out there because it just don't make any sense. It lead to a dead end.
In the words of Charleston White, if I was Charleston White, he'll probably say, all them people thug out there need to die. Right, and I agree with him. Wipe them off the face of the earth. And I put a video out here on our channel saying all this gun stuff is not cool. Those black males are destroying those communities.
Yeah.
You think the white man bad? Nah, the nigga with skinny jeans is worse.
Right.
With his pants down. In Baltimore this week, a guy was putting up solar panels on a house. Somebody came along and shot him.
Dang. God dang.
Watch this. In Baltimore last year, they had buses to pick up old people and take it to like doctors and stuff.
Right, doctor's appointments and stuff.
Somebody went to the bus driver, and shot the man who was picking up old people. Watch this. A guy came over here from Israel to attend a wedding. He went outside to smoke a cigarette. Young guys came up there and shot him.
That's crazy. You can't even live. You can't even live in these areas peacefully. Like the world is not supposed to be this way. We shouldn't be just taking lives like that for no reason. It's bad in Atlanta. It's bad in Atlanta too, to the point where 21 Savage said, you know, I think he tweeted or something like, we need to put the guns down. All this violence it don't make any sense. But at the same time, he rapping about violence and killing black people and spinning blocks and all that stuff. So it's like you can't call out people for doing something, but you promoting it, you making songs, you enticing people, you getting them riled up to do the same thing that you say you don't want people to do.
And ain't he from Britain? Ain't he British?
Right. He was born in another country, came over here and adopted the culture and lifestyle. And now I'm not saying he doesn't do whatever he rap about, but like you can't be positive and negative at the same time and think it makes sense.
Now, Brandon, you tell me this. Give me your opinion on this. If this was the 1940s, if a black guy looked like that, what would the black community do to him?
We would have beat his ass for one. but black men, like we used to wear suits. We used to be sharp. We used to carry ourselves with dignity just because we knew how it was, and we knew how hard it was. We've gotten away from that. Now we want to be the hardest. We want to be killers. We want to kill our own people.
Brandon, as a grown man, I can say today,
what?
If I had kids, or all the kids born today, I don't want none of the black males to look like this guy right here.
And why is that? What is it? Is it the tattoo on the forehead? Is that the biggest issue?
Well, let's see here.
He got a knife on his forehead.
He does not look clean, man. He
Nah.
looks dirty. And I could prejudge this guy right here. I prejudge him all day long. He's a knucklehead.
Right.
He don't see the future. When he's 70 years old, how those tattoos go look?
That's true. But what if you don't care? Like a lot of people they don't care. They just care about trying to get to where he is. Like, and that's how he saw gangster rappers getting money, rapping about this and that, and now he's where they are. Like, and kids gonna see the same thing. They were like, should I go to school and try to be a doctor or a lawyer or just anything? Nah, it might be easier trying to be a gangster rapper. So rapping about killing and shooting, maybe I have to live a little bit of that, but at least it'll be worth it if I become a rich rapper. And I think that's where a lot of people are on, the trail that a lot of people are taking.
Now, Brandon, I'm gonna segue. I'm trying to pull it up. I gotta find it. I'm gonna segue into something. All right. Speaking on, I think I sent this video to you. Let me pause it and make it bigger.
Yeah.
Now, Brandon, this is one of my favorite songs by Bobby Shmurda and Roddy, whoever his
Roddy
name
Rich.
is.
I mean,
Yeah.
not Roddy Rich. It's Rebel. Roddy Rebel. That's who it is.
But if you look in the background, I see young Anglo-Saxons.
Right. A lot of them.
And in the middle, I see a cage and a monkey dancing in the middle.
Right.
Let's watch the video. Now, Brandon, do we see the problem with this picture?
Right. Yes.
I
would. You shouldn't even feel comfortable doing this what he did in front of all the white people. But this is what you got to do if you want to get on. You got to be the monkey in the show.
And what words? I truly like this song. I got this song on my phone. I truly like this song.
I've never even heard this. I've never heard this song, but I like it.
This verse, basically, his verses talk about riding on people and shooting,
killing them. Yeah, killing them. And you saw how he jumped on that table. He had to practice that, like the way he was executing the moves and stuff like that.
Brandon, it's in his verse. He said, "I'm sliding over cars when I'm shooting. I think I Tom Cruise." You know? I mean, it's creative. It's creative. I ain't never heard a rapper say, "I'm sliding over cars when I'm shooting." I think I'm Tom Cruise. You know, hold on, let me play it again.
Right.
It's out wide. I don't know how to whine on this. I'm running niggas down in their groups. I'm sliding over cars while I'm shooting. I think that I'm Tom Cruise. You know, if I say it slow, it don't even rhyme. But when you say it how he says it, it rhymes.
Right.
Now, look, Brandon, look at the background, Brandon. Who's in the background? Who's
promoting? All young, Caucasian people that the label has hired to push out this music to black people and white people too. But for the most part, it's pushed out to us.
No, see, watch this. It pushed out the most part of white people. But here's the thing: white people ain't gonna live the stuff out. Black people, we ride around. I'm got my Glock with the switch on it.
Right.
I'm sliding over cars.
Right. And what kind of, like, when you hear that, it just make you, as a young person, if you already in these war zones, it's not gonna do nothing but have you amped up even more to harm the people around you, because you feel like you in a war zone. You need to defend yourself. Somebody could be trying to kill you, so you need to be trying to think you need to kill them. when instead you need to be trying to work with your brothers, to work with the people that's in your community, to build it up and make it safer for older people, for young people that's in your communities, to bring the value up. You can bring your own community value up if you take care of it.
But if they don't see no values in themselves or no value, especially no value in the other person,
Right.
Why they'll bring it up, Brandon?
Right. That's the problem. I don't
Why
know how
would
we
they
get
bring it
past. I don't know how we get past that though.
Now let's bring up another situation that happened this week, Brandon. Now, one of the best presidents we had in the world, Donald Trump. They went down to Florida and raided his house. What you think about that?
I'm fine with it, but this is my thing. Like all the people that try to say they back the blue, they on the police side. Now they flipping. They saying, you know, F the federal government. You know, we need reform. They shouldn't be able to do this and that. But we've been trying to tell you there's something wrong with these systems, and you're fine with it until something happens and it hits closer to home because it's somebody that you look up to and respect. I don't necessarily have an opinion on. I mean, you know, they can the government just gonna do what they gonna do anyway.
Do you know what? Do you know why they invaded his home?
They were looking for something. I can't remember what documents they were looking for. Do you know why?
They were looking for some documents.
You're right.
And what people don't know in the government, documents got different classifications. You know, you got your confidential, top secret, unclassified, CUIs. You got a whole bunch of documentations, and each documentation has to be handled in a specific kind of way by law.
Right.
And if you don't handle it that way, you'll be breaking the law.
Right.
So that's like Donald Trump cannot take top secret stuff to his house.
Right.
And put it on the table.
Right. Very true.
You can't do that. You have rules and sets. So that's why they went down there to get his documents. But you know the worst.
Go ahead.
But you know one of the worst things about the Trump frenzy?
What?
Trump. The one thing I don't like about Trump, but I guess you can say the American people. Trump will inspire people to be crazy and act on their crazy actions.
Right. And what did he say? Like he'll say something and then kind of do the opposite. That's one of the things I don't like about Trump. And with this raid, I think he tweeted something and trying to enrage people and galvanize them to be on his side and protest, and you know, and they do it. You know what I'm saying? But you can't let yourself get played by Trump, and he did that with January 6th. He's kind of doing that with this situation right here.
And they play all the same tricks. Like Trump said, you should not use the federal government to do your old bidding. But while he was president, he directly used the federal government to do his old bidding.
Right.
He told the DOJ to investigate in the stolen elections. Right. He told them.
Right.
And then 2 years later say he can't do that. But people don't remember things. Your average American is one of the dumbest person in the world.
Right.
You could put a snake under a box. They look at the box, the snakes bite the hand. 2 years later, same box, same snake. They'll come back to it. They won't remember what happened. And the same shit will happen.
Right.
And
maybe next week. They'll do it next week.
Our black folks do the same thing. We are some of the, I don't want to say the dumbest, but fuck it. We are some of the dumbest people when it comes to voting.
That's what I was going to ask you. So what do you think you're going to do when the election come around? Because I think Joe Biden is going to run again. Are you voting Democrat again? Are you not? You're not going to vote at all? You know, how do you feel?
First and foremost, I'm an independent. I don't claim Republican or Democrat. I don't even play independent. I'm Lewis.
Right.
Biden is not going to get my vote. If I put this on my Instagram, I will vote for Trump or nobody. As of now, one of those two.
And what's the reception with that? Like, how do people feel? I mean, you know, it's still some people that are strongly going for Joe Biden. no matter what, and make excuses.
Say your question again, Brandon. I didn't hear it right.
Okay, that's fine. So when you put like, you know, that you're voting for Trump or nobody, what is the reaction from people that you follow or that follow you on Facebook and Instagram, and just people around you in general?
I really don't.
I know you
get
don't
none.
care.
I really don't get none, but
Oh,
but some people don't like Trump because they heard Democrats said they don't like Trump.
yeah,
But if you compare Trump the last Trump
What,
4 years
presidency.
to this 4 years going on now, it's a big difference, man. Because
Yeah.
inflation now is to the roof, and I know
Right.
the president got a little bit to do with it, but it's with Trump. At least what I can say with Trump provided opportunities if black people wanted to get on those opportunities they could get.
Right.
And Joe Biden ain't gonna provide no opportunities. He's gonna try to keep you on welfare, to keep you deep down in the system. And
Right.
he's gonna try to get all the immigrants to come over here to replace black people.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
what's
truth of
happening.
it. You had how many people at the border? 1 million people at the border, and 500 black Haiti showed up. People out of 1 million people,
Right. They was
500
going
black
crazy.
people showed up. Somehow they got to get airplanes to get shipped back to Haiti, by everybody
Right.
else allowed to flow in.
And not only that, Ukraine, they can flee over here. They can come over here. They're welcome. They're getting paid. I think the Ukraine people are getting paid. They're giving them like a couple of years to get established and stuff like that. And it's just
Afghanistan people.
Afghanistan people too.
Yeah, I don't know about Ukraine guys over here, but I know Afghanistan. They doing that with Afghanistan.
Okay, I just saw something on the news. They were just saying they're getting those people a lot of people out of there, and they get to come over here for like 2 years and live and maybe get a work visa and stuff like that, just because of the conflict that's going on over there.
Nah, they been doing. Man, Brandon, we used to go to the beach. I don't know. I was with you, and you be on them weird talking white girls be down there. They be over here on work visas, working at the beach stuff.
Right.
So
That's
Brandon, they been doing that. 2 years, you come over here 2 years to work a service job, then I know what they tried to do. You go 2 years, and you marry somebody
Right, marry
over here,
somebody,
then you stay.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
acting like Ukraine is I ain't gonna say nothing.
We got a lot of stuff going on with that, but what was something else I was going to ask you about? Oh yeah, Kendra G, because we did a Kendra G video, and we had a little problem uploading it for a second, but we got it up. But I saw recently she don't like content creators taking her stuff. I can't remember exactly the video. I mean, what she said in the video, but
the light skin guy with the brown eyes, what I told you about.
Which one? What you talking about?
Spin the clip.
Yeah. When we did that one, yeah. But she doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, she made a video speaking about how people take her content and they use it on their channel and stuff like that. How she don't really like that much, but I just think it's a part of YouTube. It's a part of being, a content creator. You take other things that you see and you put your own spin on it. I don't see a problem with that. What you think?
Now,
people did the same thing with Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, then I think he got over it. Because it actually make your channel grow bigger.
Bigger.
Yeah. They get some money, but people say, let me go directly to the source and see what Kendra G is talking about, which is Kendra G. She has
what? Go ahead.
She has an easy channel because she's just asked a couple of questions. So,
yeah, and that's what I was thinking about that the other day. It's like
really? She
don't do a lot of stuff. It's the people mainly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's the people up there who talks crazy, but it's not. I don't even know if she's improving the dating market. I don't even know if she's getting across.
And does she give advice? Like I said, I only seen a couple clips, but I started kind of watching her channel and see what she do. It's like she asks you a couple questions, then she like, well, go ahead and put your Facebook, stand up, and turn around, and I mean, it's not that much to it to me. I think Kevin Samuels did a lot more.
Now, I don't want to say anything, but I could give my opinion. Miss Kendra Dree, she's talented, but in my opinion, I think she knows her field. And when some people come in there talking about, like, if you're a welder, you work a pipe fitter, work a forklift, construction, you get confused by like different occupations. And I don't know, it's just entertainment. I think it's not improving anybody. At least Kevin Samuels at least tried to tell you to get counseling, lose weight, work on your image.
Right.
But Kendra Dree is just something entertaining. It's just entertainment.
And you can get clips from it, and I think that's what happens. And you know, if you're talented, you're talented. And I think she has a talent. She has a spot that she's holding down. But are we going to keep watching her if her show doesn't change or improve a little bit?
If Kendra Dree brings out her a little more her true personality, I think she kind of feisty. If she brings that a little more feisty out, and I don't want to say this, she treats women a whole lot better than she treats guys.
Oh yeah.
If she started treating the women like she treats guys to bring that feistiness out, she'll explode a lot quicker.
You think so?
But that's exploding off negativity. That's exploding off of attitude.
Right.
But
that's what people want to see, though. That's what people want to see. But I think she's trying to be safe. She tried to be too safe, especially with the women.
Yeah, unless a woman come up there one time, we had her. She was looking for a man. The man was in the background. She just had sex with him. But about content creators, I know people like to do a whole bunch of reaction videos. I just think that's like common denominator stuff. Let's just sink to the bottom.
Yeah.
Brandon, are you still here?
But it works. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Now, Brandon, I post yes, I can hear you. Brandon, I post a reaction video on our channel about Trick Daddy. Did you see it?
Okay. I didn't even get to see it. I saw you post it, but I didn't see it.
Damn, Brandon, you be watching. I could have said fuck Brandon on there, and you wouldn't dare see the damn thing.
I just be like, oh, the numbers look good. I just look at the number. I say, oh yeah, the numbers looking pretty good. We doing all right. I can't watch all our videos. I've been trying to check them out. I looked at the title. Go ahead. I looked at the title. I said I was gonna watch it.
I did a reaction video on Trick Daddy, and you ain't watch the damn thing. And I go play. I just go try to play a sample of it.
Go ahead.
I can get it. Okay, wait, hold on. Yeah, Firefox is a whole lot smoother. I'll be switching over to Firefox to do the videos. All right, Brandon. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. This is for teaching. This purpose was teaching. Trick Daddy said some old bullshit, but I don't like to talk about Trick Daddy like this. But this is for teaching. Can you see it?
Yeah. And I think I may have watched it. I just can't remember.
Act of 1976. Allowance is made for the fair use for purposes such as criticism, commenting, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, education, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that may otherwise be infringing.
The problem is this. After slavery, the black man didn't know how to treat the black woman. They treated them worse than actually the slave owners did. All the women was to do was cook, clean, have babies. And they came all the way from that to now you telling them if they got pregnant, they had to have the baby. For you to tell a woman that she don't have the right to choose whether or not she has to continue on with a pregnancy, that's kind of crazy. You know, we all know that after slavery, the black man treated the black woman worse than the master did. Yeah.
After slavery, the black man treated the black woman worse than the master did. Brandon, do you agree in that statement?
I don't agree with that.
Why not?
I just know what slave masters did to black women, and I just don't think we were that, you know, we wasn't raping and beating, we wasn't doing all that. I don't think, in my opinion. I think we still loved black women. Slave master didn't love black women.
Watch this, Brandon. You see this person on this screen, this lady?
Uh-huh.
I did a reaction video, and she was a slave master. She used to break the bones of her slaves and let them grow back together so they could walk in the house looking like a crab.
Dang. Ugh.
Did you know any black man who created acts like that to the black woman?
No, I don't.
Okay, let me show you another one. Here's another thing. You ever heard the term gator baby?
Yes.
What was a gator baby, Brandon?
They used to feed little babies to gators. Like they used to, I think that was a way I can't remember what they used to do, but they would have postcards with babies being eaten by gators. Like, you know, the babies being chased by the gators. They used to put a baby on the ground and watch it.
Did you ever heard of a black man giving his the black child from the black woman to alligators for sport?
No. And that's what it is, for sport. It was for sport. That's the right word.
You ever heard of coon hunting before, Brandon?
No, I haven't heard of that, but I can just imagine what it was.
Imagine a group of guys setting a slave loose, giving that slave a day to run, then you go down there to kill him. See, and
With
the
a
first
dog.
one with a dog,
With a dog.
and the first person who kill him, y'all get the prize.
Right.
You ever heard a black man setting a black woman free and running her down and killing her?
No.
All right. And Mary Turner, you ever heard her name Mary Turner before? In 1918, Mary Turner's husband was lynched. She went down to the police station to complain, to file a police report saying these guys killed my husband. And in return, she was lynched. And while she was lynched, she was 8 months pregnant. And guess what they did, Brandon?
Cut her stomach open, let the baby fall out.
And stumped the baby to death.
Yep, sound about right.
So, Trick Daddy, in your world, when did the black man treat the black woman in this manner? And this comes to another thing why black people really don't need a entertainer talking to them, because sometimes they don't know what the hell they talking about.
Right.
And Trick Daddy, if you watch the whole
especially
thing,
ones that's been on drugs.
And with Trick Daddy, if you watch the whole thing, he has an assumption that black man is telling women they have to abort a baby. Brandon, what's the black man population here in America?
30%.
Brandon, I'm gonna let you. Okay, the black people population in America is 13%. So let's say half of it is black guys. So 6%.
Is it really? You know, it's just crazy to think about. Like it feels like it's so many black people, but it's really not. Like you say, a lot of people don't even interact with black people. But go ahead. I'll be thinking it's just more.
So out of 100 people in the United States, six of them are black men. Trick Daddy made the assumption that these 6 people have the power to change the abortion laws in America. Trick Daddy, black guys don't change no laws. We don't influence no laws. So how you talk about now? You can tell with the woman that we don't got no power. The black woman don't got no damn power.
Right.
So it's not we not changing these laws. It's the people in the majorities changing these laws.
Right. But it sounds good. And people like to cater and pander to black women. Like it's like fake support. They like to boost up black women. Like be like, yeah, I'm on your side. I think this and that. But no, you actually hurting us by throwing black men under the bus for no reason. Like you trying to put us with the slave master. You trying to say we're worse than a slave master just to lift up black women. And you can't do that.
You're right. And I'll go find now. Here's the thing. You clocked out, Brandon. I don't know if you're coming back. Are you back?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Are you back?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm back.
I want to see if this thing plays or not. Now, Brian, I'm gonna show you the nonsense. I'm gonna show you the nonsense. Now, me and you have 110 subscribers, right?
Yes.
So our reach is not far, but I
Oh.
believe our content is some of the best on YouTube.
I'm glad you feel that way.
What, don't you feel that damn way too?
I do. I've been looking at our video. I'm like, oh yeah, we did that and we only getting better. But I'm not sure how you feel about it. But go ahead.
Now, Trick Daddy, he said this. If he said those statements that a person can argue, put a strong argument against him. And if you read the comments, ain't nobody talked about what he said in the first 2 minutes.
Right.
Nobody.
Of course not.
So did they take his information as more than likely it was that way?
No, they know what he's saying and they know how they feel about it, but they're gonna skip over that to put what they feel, what's on their heart and how they want to speak. It's like you want to ignore that part, and it's secretly okay to say that, but you're gonna voice your opinion on the part that you like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. So, man, that's entertainers. You got to watch out for them, man. Who else we got here? Now, you heard they brought up that Breonna Taylor stuff again.
Go ahead. What'd you say? You said Breonna Taylor?
Yeah, they brought up some stuff about her now.
How you feel about that? Because I saw that too, and it kind of, I heard both sides, like, and it's good to see both sides, like somebody that's all the way far left with it and all the way far right, just to kind of weigh out both sides of it. They were saying some of the officers filed fake paperwork and were lying about some of the postal stuff, but I also saw that they were saying it might not have been the case all the way too. So
the factual information, they had the wrong information on the warrant, and that happened. They knew that since the second week she was killed.
Right. So, but how does that change how you feel about it? Because we talked about the guy, and you got to be careful who you're around. And what can you do if police are falsifying information because they want to make a drug bust? You know what I mean?
Well, I said this before. Breonna Taylor rights was violated. She did have a right to live. She did have a right to keep a home. And the police officers did violate her rights. However, when the district attorney sent this to grand jury, I'm gonna let people know a grand jury is when it was put in the company. In my opinion, I'm not a professional, I'm not a law person. A grand jury was put in the Constitution to get white folks off. I'm just gonna tell you that it was put in the Constitution to get white folks off. For example, Breonna Taylor, she had a right to live. They killed her. She wasn't a criminal, but they killed her. So her rights was broken. So this black guy, the DEA, the black guy, got to watch out for black guys, especially on the other side. The black guy said, I'm not going to get my hands dirty and press charges. I'm going to let the grand jury solve it. Right. So Brandon, what's a grand jury?
The grand jury is like your peers, like 12 of your peers. And usually it's white people. It's usually white people for the most part.
So you could have a place that's 75% black, and when they pull the grand jury up, it'll be 99.9% white.
Right. So
and those people may not decide in your case.
Right.
And that's how they get off.
And that's the loophole they use.
That's the loophole they use. So the grand jury said, we don't see a problem here. You don't need to take these guys to court. And that was it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But Brandon,
that's crazy.
I read an article today they have another lawsuit on Breonna Taylor saying the cops was in conspiracy to take the ex-boyfriend house because they trying to regenify an area.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw they was trying to gentrify the area, so that's part of it. I saw that too. Yeah, it's a lot going on because it just don't make any sense. Why would the cops lie on paperwork, and do all this, like go full in and try to kill, like shooting in a house when they know it's other people in these homes, like an apartment complex. It just was a lot to do and lie for just a drug bust, if that's what y'all was really doing. You know what I'm saying?
And this is, I'm gonna let you know something. One of the tricks of the Anglo-Saxons in America. if they want something from you,
all right.
And since we in this new age, it's a few ways they could get what you got.
Right.
One of them is sue your ass and take you to court all the time, or go to the justice system. Because when you go to the justice system, you have to spend a whole bunch of money.
Right.
And sometimes you may not have the money to properly represent yourself. And you may give in. And you may give in. So I think they wanted to send this person through the justice system so they could.
You think so? They can just win. They can railroad them.
Get the house. They could get the house. You are driving.
Hush.
That's they could get the house.
Right.
They could get the house. Like
and they do it.
Bill Cosby.
But what was it? He has a different property.
The ex-boyfriend drug dealer. I think he had a rental property.
Yeah, multiple. He had a rental property.
He had a rental property. And once all this happened, I guess he was in jail. I guess you can't pay the taxes on. I don't know what happened.
right.
But he had a rental
he's
property.
kind of silent now, like because he was speaking out a little bit and he kind of got lost in this, in the shuffle. So now we don't even really know what's going on with him. Like most people don't know. I'm
talking about the ex-drug dealer. I'm not talking about the guy who was in the apartment with her. I'm talking about the ex.
So wait. So it was another guy?
Well, I don't know. Well, one of the guys she had sex with had rental property.
Okay, because they don't really because they went to the wrong address, because I guess that's what you're saying. Like it was another person, another drug dealer, and they thought that was him, the guy's house they shot up. Oh well, where Breonna Taylor was.
Well, one of the guys she had sex with had a rental property. And the government bought that property for $1. And just happened to be the government bought 26 properties in that same area that a developer won't.
Right, they change it. Right. Right. I got you. They dirty. But,
so like Rick Ross said, this may be deep in the rap.
Right.
This may be
and that's just life. Like I say, that's just life, and there's nothing you can do when stuff comes down like that. You can get down or you can lay down.
Another trick that people use to steal from black people?
What?
This concept called eminent domain.
Never heard of it.
Eminent domain.
It sounds familiar.
That's when the government said, hey, this land that somebody owns, you have to give it up because it could benefit the whole community as a whole.
Yeah.
So we're going to pay you a little bit money and you got to get the hell out of here.
Right. No matter what, you just got to get out.
No matter what. So a lot of coastal areas that people don't know. Black people used to live on the coast. Can't you believe that, Brandon?
Yeah.
You know why we lived on the coast?
We used to fish and hunt. I mean, you can do a lot of different things on the coast.
No, that ain't why we live on the coast.
Why?
Because back in the day, coastal areas was full of disease, snakes, and death. So
we used to. We ain't had no choice. That what you trying to say?
So white folks didn't want to live there because you don't want to get Lamar. What's that mosquito thing they got in Africa?
Oh, I just knew what it was. God, what is it? I can almost say. No, it's not. It's not that. It's what is it called? Oh my goodness.
Well, guess
I can't think what it would.
back in the day, that shit was over here.
Oh yeah, it was.
You know,
and,
I'm like,
ain't nothing to play with.
Yeah, that was over here, and all these diseases was over here because I assume medicine haven't catch up to how to fight these common diseases and stuff.
Yeah.
So a lot of black people used to live in coastal areas because they was undesirable. Back then, people didn't like a damn beach. They didn't know what to go on the beach for with snakes and alligators.
Right.
But
That's
in
a
the,
good
early,
point.
in the early 1900s, people started liking the beach, and a lot of black folks started losing beach area. Like Hilton Head. Hilton Head was all black 100 years ago. It was all black. What it was now?
And Charleston too. Yeah, it's white now. Charleston too. Same thing.
But
they be pushing us out of them homes. Be trying to take over.
Eminent domain would take that. The highway systems. If you looked at, I think it's Eisenhower or something. If you look at how the housing systems was constructed, they look at a map. They say, where are all the black neighborhoods at? Where are the successful black neighborhoods at? They pulled them out. They say, let's put a highway right there, right in the bow, bow.
Right,
and people think I'm joking, but this is on the books.
Yeah.
And they put that highway between it, had a productive community, broke up their community. And now what we got?
That's simple.
If they didn't put the government put the highways in there, but the locals would just shoot the damn place up and burn it down. So one of those two, was going to happen.
We're going to take over, right?
Yeah.
That's just what kind of spirit they got. They got a takeover spirit in the wrong way. And it don't have to be that way.
Nah, I don't know it's a takeover spirit. They scared.
So you don't think they take and then they scared to the point where they feel like they have to take over and push us this way or push us that way. They've been pushing Native Americans out to the point where they all the way out and doing Montana.
I don't want to speak on Native Americans on this channel because they hold slaves too, and they got their money and they still getting it. Washington Commanders. Who the fuck is Washington Commanders, man? Bring back the Redskins. You know, you see
wait. Okay, why you want to bring back the Redskins? Because they say that's I'm not saying that's a offensive term or whatever, but I'm just saying why. Now like the Washington football team, and then they turn into the Commanders. Is that what it is now?
I watched the Commanders play according to yesterday. Watching the Commanders versus the Carolina Panthers. That was a joke, but here's the lesson: the Native American community, they got their money first, then they went for civilism. The black people, we want civilism, and we trying to get the money. We got the motherfucker in reverse.
Right?
We got to reverse. We need to get the money, then we come with the civilism.
Yeah.
So, how long the Washington Redskins been out, Brandon?
Forever.
And Native Americans got their money in the late 1800s,
and they didn't even care. They didn't care.
And look what they done to them. They had the government said, "Hey, the Seminoles in Florida, you got to give them this kind of money right here because they Indians too." And the Indians walked up in and said, "We ain't giving them black niggas nothing." We ain't giving even though those Seminoles, them black Seminoles, Native Americans, fought the Spaniards, fought the United States government.
They were some of the baddest warriors.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah. So,
but when they came to the table in Washington in the late 1800s, you got to give us some money to go out here. We ain't giving nothing,
right?
And y'all be talking, y'all got Indian in your blood. You got Indian in your blood because they used to rape you because they were slave owners too. The civilized, look at it, 5 civilized tribes. They call them civilized because they got on the program with slavery. And the capitalism stuff. You know, they used to pay Indians $5 to bring a Negro back. And I got Indian in my blood. Yeah. Right. And they sold you out. And you look at the Indians now, they get whiter and whiter by the generation. Next thing you know, they be looking like Garth Brooks. So you tell me that. So bring back the Redskins.
What about the Braves? Oh, you know, they still do that. That's okay. They talk about trying to change some of that stuff, but
Now you see, you got
I
that. You watch Street Fighter. The sumo wrestler did the big chop too. So what you saying?
Yeah.
Somebody we can't do the chop. We can't do the chop.
they done copyrighted the chop. But that's how it is. I just don't think they care that much because, like I said, they got their money. They doing their own thing. You know, it's we the ones suffering. We die in the streets. We don't have no money. We won't have nothing to show.
And I'll tell you this. This is what now they'll try to do a pity patty for the Native Americans. They say, if you come on the reserves, we got alcohol problems, we got poor education, poor health. Well, what you doing with all the casino money? What you doing with the casino money? Because you got people up there spending their whole life savings at your casinos, and you don't have to go by no American law. You make a kill a nigga up there, and it doesn't happen. I don't know. I don't know you can. But what you doing with the casino, man? You still getting paid. Y'all still getting paid every year from the government. Tax stuff. I'm paying for Native Americans to stay up in there.
Yeah. And you got a business that don't do nothing but bring in money. It's just people go in there and just put money in machines all day.
And they for every $100 they put in, you got to give out a quarter. You know, and that's the game. So that's the game, or something like that. Maybe every 100 you give out $1.
Right.
People say I got 1 in 100 chance. Yeah, that one person gonna win it big. But 99% of people fail.
Yeah, and people still go up there all the time. They'll blow $1,000, $100,000 too. You know,
they put that number in that machine. Every 100, 1 out of 100 winner. You know, the mafia when they was in Las Vegas. You talking about they used to do it every 100 out of penny, and people were still because you could punch your ring weights. You could tell the machine how much you want to pay.
That's what I was just getting ready to say. Like this, the machine is a computer, so it don't matter which you pulling it, whatever. It's still gonna be the same thing. Like it's gonna spin the same thing. So it's not you. It's just on a system. So when it's your turn to win, you go win. But every other time you gonna lose.
There you go. And they go trick you too. They want to slow pull that money out.
Right.
You put in that 20, you can lose down to 12. Then they gonna get you $2. They get you back on the 14.
You gonna feel good. But that's how I do. Right, because they ain't gonna drain all your money at one time. They're gonna have you winning a little bit, but losing a lot more. It's a game.
Unless it's me. If I put a $20 machine, that whole thing gonna be gone. It ain't gonna never come up.
Right. That's how I am. That's why I don't gamble, because I'll do $5, it'll be gone. I ain't got nothing. So I'll be like,
that meant to be gone. They see that $5 bill. They say Peter say he ain't playing this. You get 3 pulls, get three hits on the trigger. 1, 2, 3, go.
I'm done. Right.
Put it $10. If we sell it, get 3. Let's give him a 4 to make it feel like he winning something. 1, 2, they're gone.
Right.
And the problem with gamblers is when that going down, when they come up, they don't get out. They don't get off the table.
Because the rush feels good. The rush feel good.
And them lights.
You been to Vegas? Have you been to Vegas?
I never been to Vegas. Never been to Vegas.
Yeah, we went. It was fun. It smelled like cigarette smoke and people gambling. It make you think how much money them casinos and the hotels making. Like they got to be making a lot of money, and people losing a lot of money.
Well, watch this. Now, our former president, the only person in America to bankrupt a casino a couple of times, he ain't making no money. His dad had to go in there. His dad had to go in there in the 60s, in the 70s or 80s or early 90s to deposit. You get like $5 million worth of chips, and then cash them in. And then cash them in. The only person, because Donald Trump is the only person who can lose money at the casino. He owned the damn thing.
That's crazy.
And bank and how he do it. This Donald Trump, he's scandalous. He'll get guys.
But that's what I'm about to say. Do you think he's a good business person? Do you think so? Because he got some glimmers where he knows how to beat the system, but then he does a lot of dumb shit too.
Yes, Donald Trump is a good business person. because he's ultra rich
Mm-hmm.
and he ain't in jail. So so he's a good business person, but I don't like that style of business. I don't like I make
That's some
all my
cowboy
money-
style.
Yeah. It's Robert Kiyosaki. I'm rich off debt. I don't like that type of business.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I'm rich off debt. I want to be rich off. I got the damn money in the bank, baby.
Right.
But Donald
Did
Trump
you see
is
where
rich
he
off debt.
buried his wife at one of his golf courses, and I guess he's trying to turn it into some kind of thing so he can write off on his taxes. Did you see that?
I know his wife, his first wife died, but no, I didn't hear what he was trying.
Yeah,
to do that.
he already buried her. I think he buried her at the first hole at one of his golf courses.
Why
So I
he
don't know
buried
what-
his old wife? What?
But
Why
that's
he
what,
was
that's what
buried?
I don't know, but that's what he did. I don't know whether that's in her will or whatever, but the way it seemed like he's doing it for tax reasons or to try to, fend off the government from doing something or taking some money or something like that. So this made me think about that.
Donald Trump is a smart. I read one of his books, but Donald.
Oh,
Trump, Donald Trump is a smart man, and he hires the best lawyers, the best tax people, and everything. If a man is worth millions of dollars, I don't want to say billions of dollars. Man's worth millions of dollars and only paid $750 back in taxes. he doing something correct. He doing something right. I need to do what he doing.
Right, because it don't make any sense for us paying more in taxes than Trump. But that's how America's set up.
Why don't it make no sense?
Because you would think you would have people who are making less money pay less than people making more money.
Brandon, Donald Trump is employing thousands of East European immigrants here in America.
That's true.
He's providing all those jobs to those East European immigrants.
Is he paying them? Is he paying them fairly?
I said, how?
He's not. Could he pay him more?
Brandon, you pay what your worker is worth. That's how much you pay, and you know that.
In some instances, yeah. But if you have the pull and cachet where you don't, like your positions are in high demand, people want to work, because they see it as an opportunity. Then that's when you can kind of play with the numbers.
You pay what your worker is worth, Brandon. That's all. That's why I gotta say. What's the highest you ever pay one of your staff members at your job now? What's the highest you ever pay?
How much I ever pay?
Highest you'll pay a staff member.
I'll pay if we making enough money where I'm fine. I'll pay almost whatever you asking for if you're gonna get the job done.
And how much is that? How much is that? $100 an hour?
No, I'm not gonna pay $100.
So how much? What you talking about?
Maybe like 21. I would say I'd pay somebody 21 if I didn't have to worry about some of the headaches that I had to worry about. Yeah.
Now watch
and
this,
I'm making
Brandon.
enough money. Go ahead.
If I was in your situation, I'll pay a guy $25 an hour to get me out of the damn place. If he could do everything I can do, and I can go back home,
I'm almost there. Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm almost there, but I would have to find that person. But yeah, I would pay. You think
when
Trump
you
is
gonna find
going
the person?
When or where?
When?
These people ain't out there. Like
they out there, Brad. Let me
tell you, you're right. Let me tell you something. But when you know this, because like if I pay you $14 an hour to do a job, you'll do it. But if I'm paying you too much, sometimes people get comfortable and they feel like, I don't have to work that hard because I'm getting paid. I'm cool. I'm gonna enjoy life. Maybe I'm gonna call out now. Maybe I'm gonna do this. Maybe I'm gonna do that. It's just people, man. They kind of unpredictable, and when you paying somebody a lot and they making more money, they're gonna feel higher about themselves. They be like, "Shoot, I'm straight."
Not necessarily. Maybe you paying. Okay, Brandon.
But just think about. Go ahead.
I imagine I'm a person with my qualities live there, and you reached and said, "Lewis, can you do this and this and this for $22?" I have to worry about it. I'll go in there and do the damn job for $22 so you could go home back to your life.
Right. and that's gonna last for a certain period of time. Just kind of like how rappers are. When
They
rappers
ain't gonna last for no
first,
certain. No, I could do my job. What you told me to do. You paid me above average, and I could do that.
right, and that's the thing. Like when you at a certain point, you get paid. You're humbler. You're appreciated. You know, you feel a certain type of way. But as time goes by, your quality of life is gonna improve. You're gonna expect more money, and you're still not gonna have that drive. Not a lot of people. You are different. You're not gonna have that same drive. You're not gonna make sure every T is crossed and every I is dotted. That's just how people are.
So you could take our friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I bet you if you pay our friend $50,000, he'll be in there every damn day doing exactly what
and he's different too. You think he got the mindset to work?
He'll do exactly what you want to, and he'll be there every day.
But he's our age though. He's our age though. How do you think people are? Like you say yourself, you said just yourself. Kids and people in their 20s, they're a different generation. They're softer. They don't got that same work hard in them. They kind of lazy. That's just how it is.
The CEO of Whole Foods said it today. He said he feels sorry for this new generation. They don't want to work.
No, they don't.
And they think they deserve more, but they actually, I don't know. He said this or not, but they think they deserve more, but they actually don't. You get people, audience. We got 20 people here. Audience, you get paid by your outputs. So your output tells you how much you get paid. If your output is flipping the burger, you get paid for flipping the burger. If your output is taking the cup, putting Pepsi in the cup, putting the top on it, give it to a customer, you get paid for that. But if your output is pulling the engine out, rebuilding the engine, putting it back in, you get paid a different amount because your output is worth more.
Yeah. But people don't understand that. They just think they're supposed to be a boss. They're an entrepreneur. I'm at this job temporarily. Like, I'm not going to be doing this forever. So I ain't got to take it that serious, even though it's a job and I'm getting paid for it. Go ahead.
They getting paid for the output. Brandon, if you had a employee output was amazing, if they came to you and said, hey, I like to have $1 more, will you give them $1 more?
Yeah, and we've done that. We've got, like I said, we got a great chef. He's super dedicated. Like, he want all the orders to be right. I mean, everything. So we paid him more. We bumped him up to an assistant manager, and you know, he's happy. You know what I'm saying?
How many people you need to run your operation, Brandon?
You need 1 cashier. You need 2 cooks in the back. You need 1 person in the back doing dishes. And sometimes on Friday and Saturday, you need 3 people in the kitchen.
All right, so you need 1 cashier. Now, people, we about to talk some business here, or analyze a little bit. You need 1 cashier, 2 cooks, and 1 person doing dishes.
Right.
So you need 4 people to run your operation at one given time.
4 or more. Depending on Friday, Saturday, you need more.
How many more on Friday, Saturday?
At least 1 extra.
To do what?
To help out in the kitchen.
Friday, Saturday. 1 cashier. 3 cooks. 1 dishes. All right, how many hours your employees work? And I don't see no manager. So what role do you play?
I'm a general manager, so I'm basically a manager. The other owner is the general manager too. So
are you one of the cooks or are you one of the dish cleaners?
I'm one of the cooks.
So on Monday, you have 1 cashier, you have 1 cook, you are the other cook.
Well, the other owner broke his hand, so he can't cook right now.
So what does he do?
He usually cooks, but he broke his hand, so now he done been shifted to cashier.
All right. So on this coming up Monday, you can have the cashier, which is 1 owner. You have 1 cook, which is you. You You can have another cook, which is an employee,
The other guy.
and you can have one person doing the dishes.
Right.
Nobody else.
Right. And they work, most people work half shifts. So I'll be there the whole day, and the other owner will be there the whole day. So, and sometimes we try to have no cashier in the morning. So it'll be just a not no cashier, no dishwasher in the morning. We'll have a dishwasher comes the second part of the day.
How many hours are you open a day?
We're open from 11 to 8. But you got to come in a little earlier, especially on Monday. So you got to come in 9 on Monday to do prep.
What time do you leave?
Probably around 8:30, 9.
I don't know. And how many? A lot of. Is my screen blurry? It's
a little bit
blurry. I don't know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Can I go in and come out? Hold on. I don't know. It got blurred for.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
All
don't
right.
worry.
So, how many hours do your employees get a week?
Well, now since kids are in school, like it's only There's only like one kid that works during the week, like Monday through Thursday. He works like 2 days during the week. It's a dishwasher. And some other people work like the Friday and Saturday where we need extra people, and Sunday.
What's the total hours your employees get a week? I don't know what's going on with my screen, man.
It's fluctuated now. I haven't looked at it because I didn't see the payroll for last week, but we did great because we didn't have as many, people working. We kind of cut back, but it's been harder on, the people that's working. So
now, Brent, I'm just going to put a thing for the audience. Brandon just said the number one expense for business is labor. The numbers look great when people don't work and you still got the same amount of money out. So remember that, people.
Right.
The numbers look great when people is not working and you got the same amount of production. That's how businesses make their money. And when they can get by with less labor, those numbers look good.
Right. They look great. Right. Like I said, but I'm tired. And, we had an event to do too. So it just make you even more thin, but you making more money, but that's how you make money in business, working as thin as possible, not having as much coverage, paying people at a certain rate. But I don't want to be in there every day. He doesn't want to be in there every day. So we have to find people that's going to replace us. And there's 2 people going to be coming in soon. And hopefully we'll be able to back up out of there a little bit.
2 people. What did 2 people? Well, first you need to tell me how many hours do each employee average a week?
It varies. But like I say, I probably got overtime this week.
Not you.
But I'm just saying I'm on payroll. The other guy, same thing. We got the manager. He probably did maybe about 35 hours because he don't work. He worked like kind of a half shift.
The assistant manager.
He works 2 full days, but he works a bunch of half days too during the week.
Everybody under 40 or anybody do overtime except for you and the other owner?
Yeah, most people don't do overtime, especially now. I mean, nobody even come close to doing overtime.
All right. If I have time, I didn't do this in a while. I want to run your numbers. And your business day is Friday and Saturday?
Friday and Saturday.
And what do you do, Brandon?
Cook in the kitchen.
You got to do more than that.
Well, I cook, prep, sometimes help relieve people if they trying to eat, do the register. I do it, try to do everything in the store, order the, the supplies, order the food, order the bread, all that stuff.
How many cashiers you have now?
Total?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 4 official cashiers, but a lot of people are cross-trained so they can be in the back, in the front, but you have to be a certain age to be in the kitchen. So
how many cooks do you have now?
Just 3. Well, technically, me, my wife, The other owner, his
Nah,
wife.
don't say your wife. She
But that's
don't-
what I'm just.
yeah.
But she does. She works here and there. But technically, just one. No. It's
Nah,
it's
you
three. It's three. It's three. No, it's three. But they work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yeah, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Two of them do, and the other one is the assistant manager. He worked during the week.
Friday. So who's the Friday, Saturday, Sunday guy?
It's the kids. It's two kids, but they old enough to work in the kitchen.
Okay, you said you got 3 cooks, but okay, you got you, the other
Mhm.
owner, the assistant manager,
And
now
two
you said
kids.
and now you said 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you got 5 cooks in total.
Right.
Dishwashers. How many dishwashers you got?
Hey, what's up? I'm back.
How many dishwashers you got?
Probably about the same thing, 4, because if you're a cashier, you can do dishwashing too, and they interchange. So it's not like a set number, but your cashiers and dishwashers are the same thing. We train them both the same way.
How many total people you got working at your shop now?
Like 13, including us. I'm just talking about the schedule.
So 13 people,
probably
13 bodies
people.
there.
Yeah.
See, you got a lot of information. You ever broke down this stuff? How you do your
We're
schedule?
trying to, because it's changed so much, like, and people can only work certain hours, and it's just a lot to try to break down and try to work where it's gonna be beneficial for the business. Like I say, we finally kind of got rid of, I ain't gonna say got rid of, but a lot of kids was working, but you can't really work with them where you need them the most. So now it's just like, we got a good system. We got a couple kids during the week, and we got the other ones working the weekend when we need them. We just need some more chefs, and we're not paying a lot of money out to other people. You know what I'm saying? It's paying to the business. I mean, it's going to the business.
Do your other owner want to work there full time like he doing it now?
He don't want to work full time. Like, I like working in the restaurant. I don't like working all the time like this, and it won't be like this. Like I said, he broke his hand last week, so it's gonna be
How did
taking
he break his hand?
I'll talk about it off because it's a good topic anyway, and I was gonna talk about it a little bit, but I ain't gonna try to put him out there like that. But
Wait, turn off the live screen.
When you want to end it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching, guys. We're about to end it right here. Like and subscribe. You want to say anything, Louis, before we end it?
Make sure you share this out. This video, once it get uploaded, it's gonna get chopped up and pushed out a few videos out of this. But thank you for watching, guys. Remember, get the money. Remember, be polite. Remember, get some resources.
All right.